train, and there was a huge explosion sound. Everyone came out. A large section of the building is blown out around like the 80th floor.
Was it hit by something, or was it something inside?
It was
inside.
Because it looked out.
It was inside.
Because it looked out. Everything was coming out.
Everything.
All the windows were coming out. All the papers were.
What is on the sidewalk?
I didn't see anything.
Were there any people hurt, do you know?
I just ran, and everyone in the PATH train just ran. I don't know if anyone was hurt, but I assume they were because the windows were all blown out.
All right, thank you.
Dolly, you would have to assume a very, very terrible situation if that indeed is the case.
Oh, no, Joe.
He's Peppy.
See?
You can find us at the concession stand in the lobby.
Along with all sorts of other tasty goodies.
See? Rico's Nachos, a refreshingly new and different snack discovery. Chock full of high-quality ingredients, crisp, fresh tortilla chips, covered with creamy aged cheddar cheese, topped off with zesty jalapeno pepper rings. Rico's Nachos, out of sight.
Remember, folks, we're the new star at the snack bar. Rico's Nachos, a new taste treat you can't beat.
See? Rico's Nachos, on sale at the snack bar.
As you here in this room.
When everybody has to wear a biometric bracelet which constantly monitors your blood pressure, your heart rate, your brain activity 24 hours a day. You can hack my body and my brain and my life, and you can understand me better than I understand myself. Need to wait for Jesus Christ to come back to earth in order to overcome death. A couple of geeks in the laboratory can do that. A small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Into one of these towers. We understand from a CNN Vice President Sean Merton, who was an eyewitness to this. Now we understand from a CNN Vice President Sean Merton. We believe a commercial jet has crashed into one of the. We understand from a CNN Vice President Sean Merton, who was an eyewitness to this. We believe a commercial jet has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center, and you can see the smoke billowing out there, flames billowing out there, and a commercial jet crashing into one of these towers. At this point, we do not have official injury updates to bring you, but we are only now beginning to put together the pieces of this horrible incident.
Right, just a few seconds ago, we were tuning into one of our Vice President of Finance, he witnessed what he described as a twin-engine plane, possibly a 737. He was almost absolutely sure that it was a large passenger jet that went into that plane. Gene, you're saying that you didn't see anything initially. You didn't see a plane actually approach the building.
I had no idea it was a plane. I just saw the entire top part of the World Trade Center explode. So I turned on the TV when I heard they said it was a plane. It was really strange.
Were you there?
How about drums? An instrument everybody loves. Let's get down. How about drums? An instrument.
You hungry? Looking for a tempting treat? Hold on till I absorb some heat. Some added tang might please you too. I'll slide into an oven fresh bun, and I'm ready for your eating fun.
Why don't you try a juicy good hot dog? Mmm, delicious.
Hi, Tammy Faye.
Hi, Cheesemaker.
You're hoarse.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with
Are
me.
you gonna be able to sing today?
I think so.
Oh, she gets a little nervous when I'm not here singing.
That's right. I do.
It's true, and that's why she gets hoarse. It's just the stress. It's just her stress.
Psychological.
She needs me.
That's right.
See,
I'm glad you're home. Now I can my little horse can run away.
oh yeah, horse voice. What are you talking about there, little horse? How you doing? Where you folks from? Virginia. Nice to have Virginia. That's Tammy. Sue was born in Virginia. My, well, we have.
I gotta see it stuff.
The world's most famous.
What's the deal? Sochi Scotty. What's your name?
Joe.
Joe. I'm here with Joe. How's it going, Joe?
Right.
So, how long have you lived in the downtown east side?
Well, I have my life.
Half your life?
65, yeah.
Okay. You're 65 years
Yeah.
old. So when did you come down here then? What year? Do you remember?
What year?
What decade?
It's in the 90s, yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of heroin around here
Yeah,
back
I
then,
don't
wasn't
do
there?
that at all.
You don't do heroin?
No, I don't touch it.
Good for you. Good for you. I had a heroin problem. Yeah, I had a bad one. Yeah. What's your drug of choice?
Rock.
Rock?
Yeah.
It's the northern tower versus the southern tower, and it seems to be on all sides of the building. From what I can tell, the west side, the south side, and it looks like smoke's coming from the east side as well.
Can you see any of the debris currently on the ground area?
Absolutely. I mean, it's continuing to kind of flutter down like leaflets. And at first there was just tons of debris, and it continues to fall out. And it looks like the uppermost floors are definitely on fire.
Monsters do have their place. In the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
And now the atomic elevator shoot and Baker, you never told me you wore stripy socks. That's all today from Public Baths.
center, which we're looking at the moment.
An instrument
Ablaze with
everybody loves.
smoke coming out of two sides of the building. The result of a plane crash by what's thought to be a twin-engined jet plane, possibly a 737. The accident is reported to have taken place at 9 a.m. local time. Joining us now on Home from New York is Steve Evans, who was, I believe, in the building at the time. Steve, what can you tell us about what happened this morning?
Very quickly, there are more explosions further down the building. It was calm until we came on the air now, but I'm now looking up at this building, and there is smoke billowing from the very top, but then there is a fire and an explosion about 20 stories further down. I was at the base of the building when it happened. There was one huge bang, the building physically...
How about drums? An instrument. How about drums? An instrument.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. As I said, I love making videos and eventually would love to do this full time. Thank you for watching.
The importance of this, Frank. Most of us, I think, are well aware now that the oil company's third quarter profits this year were at.
Welcome to the show, guys. How's it going? Sweetie Divine Glow, Jesse Carlson, how you doing? Disco Rabbit Head, how you doing? Smoking and Riding, what's up? Loving Moonflower, how's it going? Jess Carlson, what's going on? And thank you for coming into the stream. Hopefully we don't get a copyright for this. Hey Teal, what's going on?
Tampering with forbidden science and opposing democracy. Zombies may not move. Welcome to the home of the Hendersons. There's Mom getting the table set for breakfast. Dad catches up on current events. And young Billy does some last-minute cramming for the math quiz today. But where is Sister?
How's it going, Bridge?
Sister tells them that something strange is going on
Something
outside.
is afoot.
What could possibly be happening this early in the day? Let's go see. The family is confused, but forgets that the man is always the leader. Oh no, zombies! And it was looking like such a nice morning. Look at them. The Walking Dead. The communist product of tampering with forbidden science and opposing democracy. Zombies may not move quickly, but they have increased strength and are immune to most forms of bodily harm. It's a good thing the Hendersons are moral, Christian, tax-paying Americans, and they've learned the proper way to react when zombies attack. Good work, Dad. Shutting and locking the door is an often overlooked solution. Zombies lack the intelligence to work even simple doorknobs. Dad tells Billy to go get the shotgun, and Billy rushes to the task. Sister also knows her role. Young girls should fly into an unreasonable panic at the first sign of any trouble. This helps inspire the men. Mom, you better calm her down.
How's it going, Tropical?
Good job, Mom.
Atta girl, Mom.
Billy's got the shotgun and some extra ammo. Now get back to Dad. Uh-oh. Looks like someone left the back door open and a zombie has wandered into the kitchen. Billy doesn't have enough time to load the shotgun, so he is going to have to improvise.
Yeah.
While every American family should have a large caliber gun, those who are caught unprepared or who hate the Constitution should learn the value of improvised weaponry.
Exactly.
Let's look at some of Billy's options. He could grab the fish that is thawing on the counter.
No.
Blunt objects work great, but a fish would probably be too hard to hold. There's also Mom's kitchen knife, but piercing weapons, while good for stabbing dirty commies, aren't very good for killing the Walking Dead. There's a baseball bat by the fridge. A perfect choice. But the post-war kitchen is too small to swing it adequately. There is a fourth choice, though, one that not everyone would think of immediately. It's flexible and easily found during a zombie attack. That's right, the zombie's own arm.
There you go.
Collecting the arm is simple. Approach the zombie's blind side or knock it off balance. Grasp the arm firmly, brace your foot on its rib cage, and pull with all your might. Decayed tissue helps the limb tear free, and you can beat your foe to your heart's content.
There you go.
Let's see how Billy does.
Come on, Billy.
What good form. Well done, Billy.
Well done, Billy.
Look at him go.
Look at him go. Billy's a fucking trooper.
Billy did excellently, and now they've got the shotgun. The Hendersons are well on their way to helping save America from this threat.
Yeah, she's going to be transferring all donations to the OG Scotty Relief Fund. Yeah. So what do you think of the zombie show? Hopefully we don't get copyrighted, but we'll continue. I think there's some more. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's just credits. Oh well. We'll have to stop the credits. So how's everyone doing? Let's see. What's the news today? I don't really have much news. We just were working this week, and yeah, it was good. I taught Lorraine spraying, so we had a bunch of lattice to spray. We were up on Prospect Point, which is just incredible. The view is amazing. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is. So let's see what we got here. Let's go into one of the old ones here.
I still am hallucinating kind of. This is all tripping me out, man.
All right. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? Finally, I tracked him down. This is Smokific graffiti street artist. Thank you. Yeah. In Vancouver, if not the world. This guy is the shit, man. What's up, Smokey? How are you? We go way back, don't we, buddy? We used to go to a school together. Okay. Man. What's up, Smokey? How are you? All right, buddy. We go way back, don't we, buddy? We used to go to a school together, remember? Sure, man. This guy used to have hair down to fucking long and shit. So there we go. We're going down here. Okay, yeah. We used to watch. This is just the promo.
close now.
Yeah, Bows and Bells. Remember, dude? Bows and Bells.
Yeah, selling dime bags.
Yeah. So, Smokey Devil is one of the best artists downtown, and a lot of the art that I show on my channel is from Smokey.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do is, this is just a promo video. We're going to sit down, we're going to do a better interview and go in depth into, you know, how we did shit, how we lived.
Yeah.
How we both got down here, and all the times we went to jail together.
Oh man.
Remember that?
Yeah,
You know, every time.
I've stayed out for 13 years now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've been out for. But remember, every time I'd go in, like.
There you were.
Yeah, you and I were together. It's fucked up. But so.
Jughead, how you doing?
Honestly, I was so fucking happy to see this guy. So, like I said, this is just the quick one. This is the fucking the preview, the promo for the Smokey Devil interview. Finally, I tracked the motherfucker down, and we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna get it, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna copyright some of this shit. We're gonna get it on T-shirts and shit. So fuck y'all.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Okay, Smokey, what's your IG?
Huh?
What's your IG?
I don't know what's that.
Your Instagram.
Oh, I don't have one.
Yeah, you do.
You are?
Yeah. Anyways, okay, we'll figure all that shit out, and I'll get that organized.
Just punch in my name and
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So we'll get the pictures.
Oh, hey, Southern. What's going on?
So yeah, this is just another guy overdosing. The cop at the very end was literally
but
joking
so could
with his friend.
That's
as they were helping this guy. So I don't know. This shit's just it's too much.
You know, I'll just say one thing.
Yeah.
About that comment. Any girl can do that, and I know women that have, and it's honestly a gilded cage. You're doing a deal. You might as well be a hooker. Really. Unless you're in a love relationship, unless there's feelings and love there, it's a contract between two people, and it's that simple. So it doesn't matter how much money somebody has or whatever. That really simply devalues the woman's right to be her own person, in my opinion. But who knows? What do I know?
I love it, Smokey. That's the shit. You gotta do one of me that says OG Scotty Skid Row interviews.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll paint the fucking.
Shooting performance not done now, right?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good though, eh?
Looks great, man.
Yeah, look at that one up there. See?
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
On the scaff?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay, well, check it out. You know what? Okay, the city is paying me $300.
Yeah.
To take the gun down.
Oh yeah.
Because it promotes gang violence.
Holy fuck,
eh? $300 to change it to a spray can or something.
Okay. That's called censorship, Smokey.
Pretty good though, eh?
Yeah. So, but Smokey, fuck, I'll come help you do some of this shit, man.
Yeah, man, for sure, dude.
Like fucking right. So I can do the fucking.
He's got the Louis Vuitton things on the inside.
So this place here where Jamie was painting is called the OPS, which is the Overdose Prevention Society. And it's basically a place where you can go do your dope and you don't get bugged. But they used to have walls around it, and they had it was staffed. But now drugs, they're basically legal in Vancouver up to point, what is it, just under an 8 ball, I think, of whatever, and you're not going to get charged. In fact, the homeless shelter that I springboarded from, the one I moved into when I got out of the street, that homeless shelter, when I first went there, it was anti-drug. You couldn't do drugs. In fact, I think one of the first times I went there, I got kicked out for being high. Like, they wouldn't let me sleep in there that night. This is way back. But then when I moved in there, they were a little more harm reduction. But still, it was kind of... It just was like... yeah, it just wasn't really mentioned. But now, that same place, the intake room that they had before, where you would do your intake with one of the workers, that's where people can sit there and get high. It's like a safe injection site. In fact, you know, I might even do that. I might go to the safe injection site one day and just film in there. Because I used to go there all the time. I still have my handle. You have to give yourself a passcode name or whatever. So I might even do that one day. Just go in there and pretend that I'm doing dope and just take some film. But yes, the cage is still there. It's not active though, Jonesy. Thanks for coming in, buddy. It's not active, that I know of. Anyways, that I know of. And even if it was, I would say it isn't. But yeah, it's this harm reduction thing has really been, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. It really is, because honestly, in order to get off drugs and get my shit together, you know, I'm still struggling at times. But yeah, I had to be able to have the freedom to fuck up, sort of thing. But I think when you give somebody too much rope to hang themselves, they just hang themselves. So in my case, I wasn't really flaunting it, and I was, you know, my end goal was always to not be strung out, right? Whereas now I think the doctrine is just, oh, it doesn't matter. So I think that's where the difference is. Yeah, that's right here at the art place. I think this is it.
Yeah. So what is this place?
Well, this is called Ops.
Okay.
Jesse.
Oh, cool.
People come here to get high and fucking do whatever, right?
And be left alone. And no. Okay.
He's in this crew with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's this, like a graffiti crew?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Smokey,
well,
slow down, man.
honestly, Bridget, because I've done it for a while, right? You know what I mean? So it's more slips that happen, and I'm just being honest. Yeah, those places are good for a lot of people, and they do a lot of good. I've been there and done it, you know. My things are going like pretty good for me. Like, I'm not messed up, trust me. But you know, there's times where I've relapsed, and or lapsed, as Big Lance would put it. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, it's those places they're honestly, they're just as nefarious as the streets. I mean, a lot of them, their funding is based on the social service checks that most people have. So you go in there with your welfare check, and then they kick you out because they find paraphernalia or whatever kind of drama goes on, because there's a whole shit ton of fucking drama in those places. You get all kinds of characters. You get the Captain Recovery in there, the guy that's fucking was the biggest junkie on the street. Now he's the biggest recovery guy. You get all the rats, and they preach rat doctrine, which in some cases, yeah, sure, I get it, but you know, I just don't like that shit, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit there and have somebody preach fucking this kind of shit to me. It's just not gonna happen. Oh, tell on your friend and this, and I know, sorry. You could be saving his life. Yeah, I get it, but not gonna be fucking doing that. You know. So let's see what this is. Yeah, well, they're honestly, Bridget, those places aren't for everyone. They really aren't. And I've had a lot of experience in addiction and recovery, so. And I probably could debate almost any doctor on that subject. You know, it might take me a week or two to brush up on the books, but I definitely have the experience. So I think everyone has their own sort of way. And addiction is more than just being addicted to drugs, right? Looks like they're selling the typical American lifestyle here, in my opinion. I don't think so. But then, you know, if you want to start getting really technical and everything about that shit, alcohol is probably the worst drug out there. And it's readily available. And we most, like 90% of us use it. And it was interesting. I was talking with somebody, and they know somebody that's an alcoholic, and they have they know somebody that's an alcoholic, and they have a bunch of, you know, they've had troubles. And I was sort of mentioning something, and just in their tone and the way they answered me, it was like, oh, but it's just alcohol. That's different. Well, it's not. And it's actually worse. But most people aren't going to see that. You see, that's the one thing about what I have been learning in this YouTube journey, in this conspiracy world. Most of these conspiracies are true. The word conspiracy theory was brought up in the 60s, was made up in the 60s after the JFK assassination to deflect people from asking questions. Well, if you notice the last couple of years, there's been ramped up just shenanigans and bullshit. And you see how the narrative switches. Like, these things are all, this is all by design, is what I'm sort of getting at, to make a long story short. So, and yeah, exactly, sober can mean different things to different people. Like, some people, like, for instance, my thing was doing speedballs. That was my thing. I don't do those anymore, and I haven't done them for a long time. I don't even remember. So, and I was an avid, I was just into it. I don't want to start getting into details. You kind of get it. I've gone into it before. But I don't do that anymore. I don't have that lifestyle, and I don't even have those cravings anymore. But there's times where I still have emotional responses to stimulus or to something that's bugged me or whatever, and one of my reactions might be, fuck it, I want to get high or whatever. But ultimately, once you start recognizing those behaviors, you can modify your own behavior to, you know, figure it out. Hey, Southern Pecan. Yeah, you know, some people got their thing, you know. Some people might want to make it together, and you know, you never know the full story between a couple, right? You just don't, unless they really choose to let it out there. Sometimes, you know, that same, you know, connotation has been implied towards me by certain people that I know, and you know, they don't know what we did to get where we are, you know what I mean, to be able to, and how many fucking 50-year-old junkies do you know what I mean? There's a few, but not very many, and most of them have been like totally clean and you know, that kind of thing, like completely sober, you know, how can I say this without being, but just being right into the program. So they switch one addiction for another, in a sense. But yeah, and honestly, I don't, you know, I was saying this to Lorraine the other day. I was like, you know, we don't pat ourselves on the back enough for where we've, you know, how far we actually have come. And sure, anybody can just hitch a ride with somebody else that has more money or whatever, but when two people go through war together, there's something about that relationship, you know. Yeah, but it's true though. When two people go through war together, there's something that's unbreakable between them, and that's just the way it is sometimes, you know. So let's see here. Okay, we'll go back. I don't know what I was watching. I found the zombie thing and I got all excited. I'm like, oh, I gotta show this. So I didn't have anything else, and I'm not on the StreamYards anymore because it's such a bullshit app. So, oh, they're all thinking about the same girl. Uh-oh. Trouble. See, she has her choice, see? We were just talking about this, weren't we? Okay. Weren't we just talking about something like this? Thank you. That's, you know, I have so much fun working with my wife, man. I tell you, it's a blast. Uh-oh. That's her ghost going, uh-oh, she's cheating. That Jezebel. What a Jezebel. I thought I seen stuff. I thought I seen stuff. This is just weird. I don't know what this shit is. So right. So
It's like a
Oh yeah.
portable sort of seating area.
You know, I'll tell you a funny story. When we first were sort of together, I would go out and work, and she was sort of looking like showing interest, anyways. And so I took her to work a couple times, and we were still using at this point. And but I took her to work, and we went into this building, and it had scaffolding on it. And so I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm showing her all this stuff, and this is what I got to do, and this and that. And I'm like, oh, check this out. And I walk on the scaffolding, and she's like, I'm not going out on there. And then I hold my hand out to her to go, come on, no, it's okay. And she goes, just because you hold your fucking hand out, I told you I'm not going on that fucking thing. She just bit my fucking head off. And now she goes up a 40-foot ladder up against glass that has been, I've leveled the ladder so the ground is unlevel. So I've had to put rocks and boards and stuff to level the ladder. And she's up 35 feet, leaning against glass on a stairway type of thing. Like, and so the fall would have been 100 feet. And she's up there, no problem. So, yeah, and she learned that. Hey, Danny, what's up? You're getting hate, buddy. But yeah, she was 35 feet up painting, like, and so I was teaching her how to spray yesterday and today. And yeah, I was actually really impressed too with her, because a lot of times when people go to spray, they get scared because all the paint comes out, and they get gun shy, kind of, I call it. And she was a natural. She was able to, like, the trigger action. There's certain techniques that you have to learn, and she had the natural ability to kind of feel the natural feel for it, and it was cool. I was like, okay, right on. And yeah, so great worker, probably the best person I've ever trained. And that's, yeah. Oh, yeah, here. So this was my Eggs Benedict review.
So I usually sit in this little, I guess it's like a portable sort of seating area that they made on the street. So they took a road away and put these seating areas in Rosedale, as you can see.
So see, everything's rainbow too. That's crazy. They've everything is rainbow in North Van. There's multi-rainbow crosswalks, whatever.
I usually sit here a lot and write, or I read, or just edit.
She loves it, dude. She loves it.
It's kind of creepy, so I'd like to actually change the color scheme in this area here.
My broken nose.
Some more ridiculous colors, especially this flag has to go. That one, whatever. But the one right above me definitely has to go. So we might just put on a safety vest one day and come out here and re-stain this for free.
I'm really thinking about doing that.
Paint myself.
Just painting these booths, changing the color scheme.
So I went to Jack Lonsdale's. I go there all the time to buy my beer. The waitresses are very nice to me there. The food was pretty good, actually.
Wow.
Eggs Benedict that I ordered were...
What if she doesn't want to?
But I want to ask, how is that?
Fuck that.
Just saying. Anyways, I guess they don't know that I'm a 5-star restaurant reviewer, so they kind of treated me like a homeless guy. But, that's what I found in the in the place where I was sitting.
I could use metal
Somebody's
forks,
speed pipe.
so I just ate it with my hands. Those plastic forks really show. But the food is good, and so that's gonna be my little review of the Jack Lonsdale's Sunday brunch. Eggs Benedict, pork piece Benedict, or whatever they call it, with the bacon. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I prefer to sit over here, just because then I'm not, paying $5 a side or I'm paying $2. Anyways, that's my review of Jack Lonsdale's Eggs Benedict. There you go.
That's my buddy. His banjo says, "This machine kills OGs." I just thought it was funny. Okay, let's see what we got here. There we go.
In the middle of the 20th century, in the United States of America, hundreds and hundreds of teenage boys and girls are becoming hopeless dope addicts every year. It's fantastic.
It's a day in the death of Danny B. Strung out, waiting to die. Nothing to laugh at, no one to cry. Just another dirty grave day.
Just wait.
The death of Danny B.
Danny B. Yeah. Danny
Just another dirty grave day in the death of Danny B.
Drugs is just a waste of time.
It's like suicide, jumping off a bridge.
Nobody beats. If you use narcotics, before long you'll have the habit
Remind you of anything there,
about the
kid?
hardest in the world to break. And the dope addicts say,
Just to be normal, you have to go to a lot of hell.
this is Phyllis as she looked 6 months ago, a senior in high school, pretty as a picture. Phyllis wasn't anxious to talk about her experiences with dope, but she could see how her story might be used to help others, and she began to talk.
I guess I knew about reefers. That's marijuana, ever since junior high. Some of the boys smoked them. The ones who couldn't get along, who were afraid of everything. You know, the ones with no backbone.
It was.
In high school, my girlfriend Ann and I went around with Jim and Bob. That's jive talk for marijuana.
Jive
and after a
talk.
while, Ann and I got so that we did too. funny what it does to you. Everything speeds up to 100 miles an hour. You think you're real sharp, and you laugh a lot. You feel like you're the...
No. Buddy, like I said, what they're serving now, I honestly think there is no opiates in it. I think it's just benzo fucking synthetic crap. And I think people are all strung out on the methadone. I don't think there's any fucking opiates in the street drugs anymore. That's just my opinion.
I know he's killing himself, and I have a sneaky suspicion that he knows it also.
I really didn't know who I was, what I was, or where I was going. I really didn't know who I was, what I was, or where I was going. He is socially dead, morally dead, and soon he will be physically dead.
Hey, that's probably a good thing, right?
But I didn't feel so good when I came home high that night. My dad knew something was wrong, but he didn't know what. Mother was sure her daughter would never do anything bad.
Her daughter would never do anything bad.
Quite a while before I met Chuck. I guess he was what the newspapers call a peddler. He supplied the kids at school with whatever they wanted.
Drugs are a cop-out. It really doesn't help the matter any. Makes it worse. You're a poor person. Here you have a very expensive habit. In fact, you're really living like a rich person. Because here you're giving yourself something which is going to cost you quite a few dollars per day. And where's the money going to come from? No one's going to give you that much money a day. And as your habit grows, in other words, as you use more and more drugs, this is inevitable. It's going to happen that you need more and more money. And no one's going to give you that as a gift.
Most of them use reefers like us, but some like stronger things. There was something intriguing and different about Chuck. I guess I appealed to him in some way, too. Anyway, I found out later what it was about him. He had the heroin habit. He was hooked. Chuck and I started running around together, and one night he asked me up to his place. I knew by now he started peddling after he got the habit, so he could get H for himself. He needed a lot, because he had a big habit. You know something about hypes? They're like a disease. They don't like to see anybody not using the stuff just because they do. Chuck finally talked me into using heroin. He said it would make him feel better. So I tried it. But I was going to be smart. Just take it or leave it.
My husband has been around this problem quite some time, and when it hit our family, at first, it sounds so cruel for my husband to say, well, I guess I better go out and get some more insurance out on him, because since he doesn't give a damn about his own life, at least we can make some money from it. And I thought this was very cruel to have my husband say something like this. But then when you sit down and think about it realistically, this is exactly what he's doing.
Nothing was going to happen to me.
Nothing was going to happen to me.
What has to happen, the addict has to change his present view that he has of himself. If he doesn't, he will remain a walking corpse. and until this thing happens, he will continue on this path to nowhere.
But before I knew it, I was hooked. Bad. I had a heroin habit as big as Chuck. I hadn't been home in weeks. Oh, Chuck and I were married, but it didn't matter very much. Nothing does. Not when you're on H. All you think about day and night is dope. How much you've got, where to get more, what you'll do if you can't get it. And then they'd got Chuck. They had to eventually, I knew that, but it didn't matter much. Nothing did except H.
Can't feel the raindrops, can't feel the sun.
chicken and salad. Bridget, you're still on detention.
In the death of Danny B. Just another weary day.
We had some fake chicken. What is it?
When you come into court, you see these people standing.
GMO chicken.
You can realize, gee, I remember seeing that person walking
Maybe
around
on Danny's.
the neighborhood, a few months ago. And they must have seen all the addicts, they must have seen the people hanging on the streets, people that were without clothes and shelter because they used drugs. But that didn't seem to impress their minds. They probably were saying to themselves, well, that will never happen to me. I'm starting to use drugs, but I know I won't be like that. I'm not that old, I'm young, and I can take care of it, I can control my habit and all this kind of thing, you know.
Most of the people we do arrest are the minor people, the street addicts, the 18, 19-year-old person who is on junk, use 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 bags a day. Arrest them for either using narcotics itself or for committing various crimes they need to do in order to get the money to supply their habit. And he spends anywhere from 6 months to 2, 3, 4 years in jail on each offense.
That's what happened. Chuck got rid of everything. Probably in the garbage disposal. That's a favorite trick of Hype's when they're going to be arrested. But it left me in an awful spot. I needed a fix bad. So bad I didn't care whether I lived or died. And I didn't know whether I'd ever get another cap.
Another cap. Wow. She's talking old school. Old school. Uh-oh, what's wrong? Maybe it's fucked up. I don't think so. There we go.
This happens time after time. Even teenagers almost dying, fighting death. Many people stand around in the crowd, you know, and watching this person if they see this kind of thing, and there's not too much sympathy for it. This is a...
But I wasn't dead. I tried once to kick off the habit, but I was too far gone. You know, the police say, find a heroin addict and you find a criminal, and that's just about it. If you're hooked bad, it costs about $30 a day for each. Boys get their money by stealing or swiping car parts, maybe by holdups. Girls take up street walking or do what I did. Become peddlers themselves. When Chuck went to jail, I used his contacts and peddled dope myself. Sure, I knew it was wrong, but when you're hooked, you can't help yourself. They got me eventually, too, just like they did Chuck. And when I was arrested, I was almost glad. I told them I wanted help. I wanted to try and kick it off.
Yeah. You remember this part, Danny? Hey? Remember this part of the ride? I do. Fuck me.
When you wake up, it starts all over again.
Yeah, you don't get sleep.
And I've never used dope since. Maybe what happened to me will keep it from happening to somebody else.
It is a certain kind of death. He's sleepy, his nose is running, he itches. He feels cold, he feels hot. He doesn't even know what the sun really looks like. He's literally living in a world of illusion. He's like a zombie.
We just had a thing on zombies, didn't we? There's a similarity there, isn't there?
Driving his friends for a buck. And nothing else matters. death of Donnie B.
Symbol. A symbol of narcotic addiction is poisoning the blood of our country.
And this is a result?
A result? Yes. But it occurs when the addict is deprived of his narcotic. He's experiencing withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah, or you don't get the sleep.
The great bulk of the junkies are still in the same place I left them at. 25 years ago, I was in the streets with a detective making an arrest, and today I see the same fellas who've been to jail off and on, on the same corners, in the same stinking cellars, in the same rooftops, and their friends have died of overdoses or just being sick from the junk.
To secure an escape from reality.
Yep.
How about this man? What narcotic is he addicted to?
All the people in this room are heroin users. Heroin is the strongest, most devastating opiate that exists. Its possession is absolutely prohibited in the United States. A hype will bring this narcotic to a shooting gallery, where he will make use of certain apparatus for his injection.
I bet, buddy, I bet.
This apparatus usually includes an eyedropper, a hypodermic needle, and a spoon with a bit of cotton at the bottom, and is known as an outfit.
Yeah.
The heroin in powder form is placed in the spoon.
You do a lot of walking, especially when you're on the street and you're hustling. Either that or you're riding the BMX. I used to have one of those, but I remember just walking for hours, like miles and miles each day. Just up and down different hotels. You don't leave a fucking 5-block radius, but you walk forever.
Water is added, and the narcotic is made to dissolve. This process is called cooking.
Cooking.
After it has been cooked, the heroin is drawn into the eyedropper through the wad of cotton, which acts to strain out some of the impurities. It is then ready for injection directly into a vein.
It's hard to describe. It's just really a way of killing yourself.
Yeah, slowly.
No more school, no more future. It's an abysmal end. And I take...
My thing was the taste. I always got a taste in the back of my throat. And that was always the signal that it's working. So I'd grown accustomed to that. And that was like my trigger, was that taste. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put any kids down, or any people down, but start with junk.
Yeah.
It puts you down.
It's the needle and vein for Donnie B. Freezing his muscle and brain.
Yeah, you know exactly. Okay, exactly.
Bottle cap dead. Just another dirty gray dawn in the death of Donnie B. Just another dirty gray dawn in the death of Donnie B.
So it's a pretty rough story. There's no easy way to tell a guy, don't take it because you get jaundice, because you get syphilis, because you die.
All right, guys.
He doesn't want to listen. This guy knows everything.
Thank you for coming into the stream.
He doesn't know that when I see them in the autopsy room on a Monday morning, you see this fish-eyed look looking up at the ceiling. It's the end of the road. And then you got to call the old lady and his mother and tell her to pick up
I don't
the
think
brown
so.
paper bag up front and take all his clothes. That's the end of the road for her boy. And then she says, why? Why?
Goodbye, Donnie. You're feeling no messing up your life, that needle and pain.
So it figures they, you know.
Anyways, thank you very much, everyone, for popping in the stream tonight. I had some fun. I'm gonna try to go live more often, I think. I'll find a little show we can watch and we'll do some comments about it. Who knows, I might even start doing some reactions to the news or whatever. But yeah, check out my Instagram channel. It's starting to get followers, so come and be one of the followers there. And just thanks everyone for popping in, and you guys have a great Friday night. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe, but don't get scared either. Don't let safety ruin your fun.